I think I'm gonna put a little piece of wire on here and see what we're dealing with here.
There he is. There's a good one.
It's always a no-lose situation to be in a national park.
Right there.
That's a good one right there.
That's why we come up here.
There's something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, perfect,
Hey, all
nice.
right.
Oh my gosh, nice.
Now we know there's snook and big tarpon, both species we were hoping to find.
Oh, there's a nibble.
See what it is. Sharky poo. Tell you what, man, that is a mouthful of teeth right there. That is a fish eater. Oh! Yeah!
Come on, come on. Oh, he ate it. He ate it. He ate it. Nice, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought you said you had to...
got him. Relax.
Oh, dude, he just ripped my boat off. Oh, awesome. Look at that big boy. Woo!
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, with Captain Tom Rowland and Captain Rich Tudor.
Morning.
What's up? How are you?
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Another beautiful morning.
Yes, sir. Where are we going?
You want to run up to the Cape there today and explore a little?
Yeah,
Let's do that.
be good. Snook, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, the snook fishing's been good. Might see some tarpon.
A lot of sharks.
Shark fishing's been real good.
I bet.
And we could just explore a little bit. The
Okay.
It's
It
a
looks
good-
like
good-
it could get a little cloudy this afternoon, so we want to probably put ourselves in a spot where we don't have to see them, I guess, for the afternoon.
yeah.
All right, you want me to drop you down?
Yeah, let's do it.
It was a cool adventure there. You know, went up to an area we really hadn't fished much. I hadn't fished it in years. Is Lake Ingraham. Leaving here from Hawks Cay, you know, we left the clear water, running up into the Everglades, and it's really not that far from here. It's only about 25 miles, and you know, you come up into this East Cape Canal. It's wild. There's, you know, great fishing up there, all kinds of life, and then you get to the end of that, and there's this Lake Ingraham area, and it's very different from anything else I've really seen. You know, where it's not grass flats, it's mud flats.
Yeah. We catch them on pinfish, you think?
Yeah, especially the bigger ones.
Uh-huh.
If you want to get a really big one, sometimes the pinfish are hard to beat.
Really big, sounds good to me. I know you love the big snook, and what we were gonna try on that situation and that day is pinfish. We brought a ton of pinfish up there, and that is a real trick to fishing that style of fishing, especially in that area. This is a bird watcher's paradise right here. And there's everything, great white heron, roseate spoonbills, smaller herons, these little wading birds, there's so many. It is a fish factory.
It is.
I mean, there are so many different fish up there, and you can see that whole area is just alive. There's something.
Oh yeah. Oh, perfect,
Hey, all
nice.
right.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
gosh, nice.
Woo, he is light colored.
You got the heavier leader on there too.
I'm good.
Wow. A jig head though, right?
Yeah.
Oh my. You want me
They
to
love jig
You want me
heads.
to let the boat go back?
Let's stay right here for a second.
That's a big fish. Oh, there he goes.
I don't know what happened, because, yeah, I didn't think there was any way
Wow.
he got off that.
Wow.
Straighten my jig head out.
Yeah, I did. Wow.
Okay. What a great start.
That was a 60, 70 pound fish,
That's
right?
a good one, man.
You see these mullet jumping around, and you know, when those mullet are jumping around, something's chasing them. Didn't see the tarpon rolling, maybe they were in there, but I was kind of assuming there was maybe snook under them, pushing them or something. And so we cast up in there, and it did not take long.
Fish on.
There we go. Snook.
Looks like one.
Yeah, nice.
Something jumped.
Yeah, that's always a good sign when they jump. Yeah, all right. And with this mullet around there could be some really big snook. Like mullet eating size.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a nice one, huh?
Get coughed something up that he's gonna eat. There you go.
Yeah.
Snook number 1.
Love it. Love it.
He's blonde.
Yeah. They sit on that white bottom in there. All that mud. It's funny when you catch them just under the trees, they'll be so dark.
Yep.
All right.
To get more information and purchase the gear that we're using on the show, scan the QR code.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you by Hawks Cay Resort and Marina. Find what lures you. Lowrance, America's #1 fish finder. Waypoint, the destination for outdoor entertainment. Mercury, go boldly. Marathon, come as you are. Ameritrail Trailers. Daiwa. Power Pole, and by Reflex.
Now we know there's snook and big tarpon, both species we were hoping to find. So it just made the excitement. We started, kind of switching it up. All right, let's put a float out with a pinfish on top, hoping to get another tarpon. And then, we were kind of fishing both parts of the water column. The float, I like that for the top water, maybe to get, the tarpon on. And then we had the knocker rig or the jig head for the bottom. There we go, nice snook. I believe that's a snook.
Good as snook. It's a good one.
Pretty nice. I think with this warmer water this time of year, when that water from the Gulf kind of flows in, I think the fish come with it, whether it's the tarpon or the snook. And it seemed like it just got better and better. We started seeing more tarpon rolling, and then the snook bite got better and better as the tide came in. Mr. Snook, not bad. I think they're working their way back on these flats as this tide rises in, that cool water. Now, this is definitely not the hold them in the water area. See you, buddy. Although we have not seen many sharks today, that's good.
Not yet. Fishing that style of fishing, you better have a lot of bait because there is a lot of bycatch there in terms of sharks. The shark population has gotten as high as ever. That means that it's a very healthy fishery, and that is 100% the case there. Dude, whoa! We're gonna need to go. This is a tiny rod.
Left or right?
I can't tell. He's left. This could be a shark.
Probably.
You can't support a large number of sharks without a large number of things for the sharks to eat. Well, it's fun on this little rod, though, I tell you that. And right now, I think we're at a record high number of sharks. I don't know anybody that fishes up there that isn't saying the same thing, that this is as many sharks as they've ever seen. I think it's a shark, dude.
I'm sure it is.
Who knows, though? Could be a great big snook.
There he is.
Could be a tarpon.
About that. I threw out as we're following yours and hooked up.
Good. Pretty sure I got one with teeth.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
That was immediately, as soon as I threw it out there, the mouth of the run out. Nice. About that. That was pretty cool.
I got sharked.
All right, I'm gonna let this guy go and we'll scoot right over where I hooked that one.
Good work. That's a shark. He's off.
Shark up there, we'll go back to the water. Wow.
Probably the one that's been bait. At the same time, it's as many redfish as we've ever seen, as many snook as we've ever seen, as many tarpon as we've ever seen. It's really, really good. It's just that you gotta fight against the tax man because he wants his cut and he often gets it.
There he is. That's a good, that's a big fish.
I saw something. something messing around with that one a little bit. You gonna be able to get it without moving?
Yet to be determined. Come on, jump. Jump. Yes, big snook.
Big snook. Big snook. Oh, I got something too. Dang, might have gotten off.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as I pick that up. Ooh, we're getting bit. Little snook.
Nice. See ya, buddy. Nice job. Whew. You got one too?
Yeah, little one.
Nice.
But something grabbed this one just a second ago. Good, a good fish.
That was a nice one there. There you go. That's not too small. We got a net on the board?
Yeah, I do.
Sweet. Nice. Very nice.
The safest release around here.
Nice.
Okay.
I'll get this out. I was a little scared to reach down on that one I just had.
Yeah, don't.
He was a little big.
But I got a much better bite in the middle of the channel. Getting bit, big time. He is on, big fish. Tarpon, big tarpon with teeth. Big tooth tarpon. It's called a flamingo grand slam. Get broken off 3 times.
He had some teeth on him.
Lake Ingraham is an interesting place because, you know, there's one main channel that kind of moves around like this, and then there are all of these offshoots that go up, you know, that all this water's dumping out into that main channel. And every time we got in front of one of those little creek mouths, we were catching snook.
You got a fish, Tom.
That's a shark. I believe that was a shark. Come on, big dog. If you stayed there and you continued to fish in that same area, you could catch a snook or 2. But then what was happening is, boy, the sharks found us. I think I'm gonna put a little piece of wire on here and see what we're dealing with here
There you go.
before we go. I think we have established that we're definitely catching sharks. Kind of want to see what kind, how big. I got a feeling, I know. Big and lemon. All you got to do is put a little wire on, do the same thing we were doing before, and in that muddy water, honestly, the snook's not going to see the wire in that water. So snook, tarpon, whatever. Now, whatever you catch, you're going to land.
There he is. There's a good one. Big snook. Get that net, please. Oh yeah.
I knew that was a big snook, and one of the things that I've seen on Instagram a number of times lately is somebody's putting their hand in the water and getting bit by a shark. So my hands were not going anywhere near that water. It seems like that's not a thing, but it's definitely a thing. You could get your hand bit right there, and those sharks could be right under the boat. So keep your hands out of the water.
Yeah! That's what I was hoping for. Right there!
That's a good one right there.
That's why we come up here. Big snook. Wow. This one we thought it was over.
Nice work.
I think the big ones come in with the sharks. They're not scared. Whew, look at that thing.
That's the right one, for sure.
That's awesome.
Good work.
First bait out there, boom, I hook a really nice one, and you were thinking, oh, that's a shark. And no, he was spooling, but it was just a little bit different. He stopped, and I was making some progress, and you know, waiting, hoping, and sure enough, it was a big snook.
You know, it's interesting. We had a little flurry. We caught 3 or 4. Then the sharks moved in. We moved away, and then came back. Let's see how long this guy is.
I believe this one got sharked.
31 inches. Nice.
I'd let him go above the water. It's a nice fish. One of the better snook we've ever caught up here.
Yeah.
The pinfish got hit on the cork.
See you, buddy. Woohoo! Yeah!
Good work. That's a good one.
Well, that was what we've been looking for.
Scan the QR code to get more information and purchase the gear that we're using on this show.
You know, when you walk around a boat show, you're looking for a new boat lift. They all look the same. They've all got aluminum, they've got a sticker on them, and they've got, you know, cables and a motor. But all boat lifts are not created equal. The Golden boat lift is the most innovative boat lift in the marine industry, and it's even gotten better. From being able to mount the motors differently than all other manufacturers in the marine space who mount them vertically like this. You get water in the top, it comes down through the motor and causes all kinds of problems. Bill Golden figured out that if you mount it on the side, put some weep holes in the bottom, it makes such an incredible difference in the way this motor looks for 15 years. That's only some of the innovations. Bill Golden just came out with a brand new, innovative product. This is a drill-less, movable bunk system so that you do not have to drill holes like you did in the past, and you can move the bunks to accommodate all kinds of new boats, whether you get a new boat or if you're a marina and you're trying to accommodate multiple different types of boats throughout the year. Now, all you have to do is go there, loosen up these carriage bolts, move the bunks to where they need to be, and then tighten them back up again. No more drilling. This is a really big deal because of the structural integrity of the materials, and it just makes everything so much easier. Golden boat lifts is not like the other boat lifts. They use bigger, more robust parts, they last longer, and they are fantastic. If you're looking to improve your backyard and make sure that your boat has the best home possible, check out Golden boat lifts. When it's done right, it's golden.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you by Yellowfin. Live deeper. Hook. Tackle Direct, the world's premier fishing outfitter. Yeti, built for the wild. Live Water Sports. Golden Boat Lifts. Power Pole Move. And by Nikon.
Thanks for watching Saltwater Experience. If you want to see more seasons of Saltwater Experience, go to waypointtv.com, or you can check us out on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook.
How long is this going to take? Are we dealing with bull sharks? Are we dealing with lemon sharks? You know, it's obviously not a nurse shark. I mean, it's pretty much either going to be a bull or a lemon. You could maybe get a black tip in there. We caught some black tips in situations like that before, but you've got an unknown shark out there. I'd like to see what it is.
Oh, there's a nibble.
See what it is. Got the right tackle on now.
Need me to go?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel it kind of around
All right,
that
let me go.
If we could just get down.
I'll get you around
a little bit.
Then we can come back out here.
I can get.
Just go backwards.
Yeah. I mean, if I could just get a different angle on that tree, I think it's going to pop right off of there, and then we'll be okay. We may find that it's not just wire that you need to land these guys. Oh, you might have let go. No, I got him. Okay, I think it got. I think what I felt is it came off that tree branch.
Let me stop us here.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Anchoring right now.
Possible this one got eaten by a bigger one.
Ha.
I'm only bringing back half a shark.
Ha.
You ever see that happen?
No, I have not.
It does happen. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like there's nothing on there, but I only had a pinfish for bait. Way too much.
He's just swimming out the run out at you. Now he's gonna go right under the boat.
Yeah. It's okay. You get to see him right here. Arrgh. Bull.
Is it really?
Nope, lemon. Lemon. I just saw the first dorsal. Woo, that is a fish eater. Fish eater. Tell you what, man, that is a mouthful of teeth right there. Be a clean release right there. Come back with all your fingers.
All right, loosen the pressure. There he is.
Nice, good work.
Got your hook and everything.
Okay, well, we didn't even need to do that. We called it. You knew it. That was cool.
That was neat.
I'd rather call it your big snook, but.
All right, you ready to hit the barn?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Neither one of us had fished in that area in quite some time, and to get back to that Lake Ingraham area was pretty cool. It's always a no-lose situation to be in a national park with all of these different opportunities, and the Everglades is one of the gems of the whole National Park Service, and we're so lucky to have it just 25 miles here from Hawks Cay.